Hey, good morning, mid-Missouri. It is Thursday. It means it's time for our weather alert day. We're tracking a winter storm that's going to bring snow and a lot of cold and a lot of wind as well. Here we are about 5 o'clock this morning. Temperatures in the 20s, potentially in Columbia. We're likely looking at a rapid decline, though, because we're looking at drops into the teens potentially by 7 o'clock to 8 o'clock, and then snow really starts to pick up behind this front. We'll have likely wind chills in the negative teens by around 10 to 11 o'clock with winds out of the northwest close to 20 miles per hour, and of course our just around outside is going to be pretty reduced visibility likely as we are dealing with a lot of blowing snow. We're likely to see that snow taper off as we head into the afternoon, but we're still dealing with snow blowing around. Could cause some visibility issues and some redrifting issues once roads have been cleared. But our big focus beyond the snow is going to be wind chills. Wind chills today into the evening hours into the 20 to 30 below range. So winter storm warning in effect area wide today. Wind chill warning in effect as well. That lasts in through Saturday morning. We'll maybe see that. We'll have to watch to see if that gets extended any further. But we're dealing with extreme wind chills into Saturday night and likely early Sunday morning. Those winds are really starting to taper off Saturday night into Sunday, but the cold stays around. So that'll be a concern. Cold front today is driving this winter storm. Of course, I mentioned we'll have some visibility issues as winds pick up and snow moves in. The bulk of that snow moving through during the morning to late morning hours, starting to wrap up for folks towards the west into the early afternoon, late morning time frame, and then mid-afternoon for folks to the very east. In Columbia, we're somewhere near the middle of that, likely around noon is where we'll start to see that snow taper off. But before all's said and done, we're picking up a couple of inches of snow, and then we're dealing with blowing snow. As winds are still strong and temperatures are still cold, we'll have wind chills likely overnight into Friday at a pretty extreme number. And we'll get to that here in just a second. Here we are. Here's our wind chill values. As soon as that front rolls through, we're watching wind chills drop into the below zero range, into the low negative single digits. And it won't be long before we see those climb into the negative teens and negative 20s by this evening. Thursday night, overnight tonight, we'll see that in the negative 20 to negative 30 range, maybe even a little bit higher. So again, heading into your Saturday morning, we're still keeping wind chills at about 15 below or so. So today, most of the snow coming during the morning hours. 5 inches on the very, very high side. I think most of us are below that. We're looking at, generally speaking, 1 to 4 inches for most of us. Blowing snow going to be an issue while the snow's falling, and then even after, creating a little bit of tricky travel. Again, redrifting is going to be an issue. Visibility could be an issue even after the snow's done falling, so keep that in mind. Regardless of what happens with the snow, even if you don't get stuck, even if you're confident you can get through, if your car breaks down, the temperatures are so cold, you're going to want to have a go bag with things to stay warm. Blankets, make sure you have your phone fully charged, full tank of gas. Here we are for your Thursday. Road impacts pretty high thanks to the drifty nature of that road, of that snow. We could have a little bit of ice trying to work in ahead of the snow. Most of it is just a quick changeover to snow, and that's about it. Heading into Friday, winds are going to be the big concern. We're not seeing any extra snow falling. These graphics here are blowing snow. The model trying to resolve that. But overall, we're looking at cold, windy couple of days, wind chill values well below zero all the way until Sunday, your Christmas Day. Here's your snowfall map. Again, 2 to 3 is what we're most likely to see. Could see up to about a 4. I think 5 is for the most part off the table. But again, we're looking at generally a reduction in snowfall totals from yesterday. We're really honing in on that 2 to 3 number for most of us in the blue there. And for those of you in that 2 to 3 inch window, we've got a 90% chance of at least an inch. So we're likely to see, almost certain to see snow accumulate. Most of us, the 60% number is more than likely we're going to at least see 2 inches, and then that drops off dramatically as you increase from there. So not likely to see 4 inches at all with that. But again, weather alert day today, tomorrow, Saturday, and early Sunday morning. Friday through Sunday morning is mostly wind and cold. That's what we're concerned about. Maybe a little bit of blowing snow heading into Friday. Could be some concern on Saturday, but really it's just the dangerous cold heading into the weekend. And then things warm up early next week. Temperatures back in the 40s by Wednesday.